Strap yourselves in, Mullen Knights. We've got another big week ahead of us. Hi again, everyone. Hope you're doing really well, and welcome to another edition of Mullen Mondays. Obviously, like if you've been following my updates for the weekend, I think today's actually kind of an important session, even if there is no news from Mullen Automotive. That obviously being because it's a full session where there will be no shorting or proper shorting of the stock about, as in people who want to go short on the stock can only enter the stock, and if they want to pull out today, they will not be able to pull out unless the price is higher, so they will be forced to take a loss. So what that means is we're going to be devoid of normal market shorting proper today. So why that's important is it's going to give us an indication as to how the broader market is viewing Mullen Automotive at the moment. Now, obviously, we've talked a lot about, all the promises and of, deals in the Middle East and partnering with another major automotive company, which has been like all that Lawrence Hodge has been dropping on his Facebook and stuff like that. But beyond that, there was also all the rumors of the short squeeze, and we've now got a stock that's back being NASDAQ compliant. So there's a lot of things in the pipeline, and a lot of it's just been hammered by short selling. So today we really will start to get a look at how everyone in the market in general is feeling about Mullen. If you look around, most media that's covering the stock is pretty bearish. So it seems to be like just pockets of people on social media and forums that kind of see Mullen as having a lot of potential. Unfortunately, we aren't the big institution, so we don't have the buying power to buy large numbers of stocks and to take advantage of the current price if we see it as a discount. I personally think Mullen is undervalued, but I do realize that they have an issue in terms of upcoming, cash crunch. They are low on cash. They had a huge financial loss last year. We're in a high interest rate environment, so to cover those losses, basically businesses have to borrow to cover those losses, and with high interest rates, it's going to hurt Mullen even more. So there's I've seen articles predicting Mullen's failure, but I really think that Mullen won't necessarily fail. They've got a lot in the pipeline, but what's likely to happen, and I hate to say this, but if things really get tight, we're going to be seeing the sale of more shares. The company's now clear to sell up to 5 billion shares, and we currently only have less than 200 million shares in circulation. So there's a lot of equity raising that can happen. That's going to hurt shareholders a lot. Anyway, so currently, if you look at the pre-market, we're about an hour and a half from market open, although where I am, it's about 2 hours until, or 2.5 hours until Tuesday, because from the future, I live in Australia. And currently the stock's down by 1 cent in the pre-market. I'm not actually too concerned by that. If we have a day where the stock trades relatively flat or has a slight rise, that's a sign that there is a little bit of stability. If there is a bit of a boost to the stock, kind of early-ish in the day, and it holds out through the day, that's a somewhat positive sign that there is a bit of positive sentiment out there that's just being outweighed by an overwhelming, push by shorts. Currently shorts have over 300% of the float shorted. So more than 3 times the number of stocks available are currently outstaying as shorted. Although I imagine after today, and we've had 2 days where shorts can't effectively close, except the ones that came in before the SSR trigger on Friday, they won't be able to close positions, but we'll see some of those numbers tidy up anyway. So we'll probably get a real idea of how much the short, how many shorts there are in the stock once that happens. So one thing I will be looking out for today is if towards the end of the day there is there is a bit of price action that really pushes the stock up, and I think that would be somewhat suspicious. I think what we might be seeing there is actually a bit of a bull trap come in the afternoon, because what's likely to happen, because shorts aren't going to be able to do much trading through the day, but some might start, if they see a little bit of a rise or a steady market, they might actually jump in numbers towards the end of the day and boost the stock up. So when the SSR trigger is removed, or the SSR stoppage is removed tomorrow, they can take advantage of that and maybe see if the stock falls down again. So that could be a bit of a bearish sign to look out for in the market too. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting day. There's also the chance that we might see some update more formally from the company in terms of any of the things that Lawrence Hodge has been talking about, or just something else as well. But at this stage, there has been nothing released pre-market. It could, but the day's only young and people are only just starting the regular work week off in the east coast of America, whereas down in Australia we're already almost into Tuesday. Anyway, let me know what you guys think is going to happen with Mullen today. Are we going to have a bit of a flat day, a bit of a nothing day? Do you expect to see a bit of a sell-off, even though there's no real proper shorting happening of the stock? Or do you think we're actually going to have a bit of a rise? That shows a bit of sentiment. Yeah, also let me know how you're feeling about Mullen in general in the comments. I've been really enjoying seeing different people's perspectives, and like, you know, obviously there's a lot of people who kind of want Mullen to do well, but you know, they kind of get a bit worried that the company stretched themselves too far and you know, have kind of wasted a bit of financial resources. You know, there's a whole array of, you know, reasons why people buy into Mullen. You know, like my goal is I want to see, you know, a little bit of a return. I've only put a little bit of skin in this game. This is not a big holding. You know, interestingly, a lot of the stocks I talk about on here are stocks that are either don't buy or only have a very small holding in. They're very speculative stocks that people kind of want to see me do videos on. So, you know, every time I've done something about like a more solid stock, you know, something like even if I talked about something like Iron Mountain, which is one of my favorite American holdings, no one watches the video, no one cares. But you know, people love these videos because it's speculative, they're boom or bust sort of stocks. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and what your goals are for Mullen. Do you have a price that if it falls to, you're going to pull out? Do you have an exit price that you're looking for in the stock? And what's your kind of investment horizon? Are you someone who's going to hold it out to 2030 when they expect the stock to either get to $1,000 if it hasn't gone bankrupt or not? Share it in the comments below. Have a great day. Hopefully Mullen does something good for us. Cheers.